Welcome back to Tu-Vie, your TV movie entertainment needs channel. Today I'm going to be talking about The Spider Within a Spider-Verse short story. It finally was released and I am so excited about it. I'm not going to be actually watching it. I've already kind of watched it, so if you guys want to watch it, go watch it on your own. It's on Sony Pictures channel. It's so good. I just want to talk about the actual story here. So with that being said, let's get into it. The Spider Within story. So I don't know the full story of when it was supposed to be released, but I know it was not supposed to be this late. So if my memory serves me right, or maybe I heard this somewhere, but I believe it was supposed to come out with Across the Spider-Verse. And I don't know if with the production kind of being rushed and everything, this just didn't happen to go into the big screen. I'm just glad it finally got released. Personally, I am so very happy that the team that got to work on this had their story be released to the public. I wish it did come out with the movie because I feel like that would have served the story even in like it's just a better way. That I know that in the Cross the Spider-Verse they did a really good job in showing Miles having to balance both being a student and Spider-Man, but at the same time I feel like this would have just set that tone a lot better. But either way, I'm super excited that it got released. A Spider Within takes just, I believe, like shortly before the Across the Spider-Verse story happens, because he's still wearing the same suit as he was wearing in Into the Spider-Verse, and it's just showcasing Miles' stress of having to balance school, being Spider-Man, and being with his family in just a very unique way. Now, I will let you know, if you don't like spiders, if you have major arachnophobia, do not watch this at all. I didn't know about that going in. I was very thoroughly freaked, so ugh. I just hate spiders. Love Spider-Man. Hate spiders. But I feel like the way that they did the story was really well done because it was showcasing in a visual way the stress that Miles has to confront on a daily basis, whether it's fighting the bad guys or just the life that he has to live afterwards, and showing the cracked mask hanging off his jacket and laying about his room was really impactful in a way because it was showing that Miles is physically breaking down from this, just like his old suit was. So I know in this 5 minute short that there's a lot of visual, storytelling. It's a lot of show not tell, and I love that. But it was really great to see Shamik Moore, voice act this character even more now. But the range he gave after the whole attack happened, and he goes to talk with his dad. It was a really great moment. I think the animated short was perfect. I really do think it was great, and I think that it is something that a lot of movies kind of rush with the whole superhero thing. Like I know they have done a lot of movies like, oh, it's so hard balancing superhero and normal life. And personally, I do like those stories of the hero story being told from the person's perspective, not the hero that everyone says that they are. And yes, Spider-Man, of course, is a hero, and that's something that Miles knows, but Miles is the person. Spider-Man is to the people, but Miles is what he is personally. Like there's no separation between Spider-Man and Miles. They're the same being. So people just see this guy come in and save the day, but Miles has to live with this stress. And I know that's very common in superhero tropes and everything, but I do think it's great that we finally got to see more of it, and especially with him being like, I think 15 or 16 in Across the Spider-Verse. So again, having school pressures, because that's not any better when you're young, and then adding superhero pressures and family pressures, it built up. And what I think this movie did a really good job in as well is the fact that the escapes we have as beings, like his is with music. He puts on his headset and cranks up the volume, try to dissociate from what's going on. That doesn't always work. That doesn't always help. And I feel like that was a really good way to show that. It was very quick, but I think that it was kind of just showing that like the things that we have as crutches cannot always support us. This whole thing is just one big mental health awareness ad, and I think that's a very good thing. I feel like mental health is something that a lot of people don't discuss, or they just don't focus on. If there is some things going on that that you think needs help, with mental health, like not saying you need help, but just you know help with coping with, go please talk to someone. It does help you. And and mental health is a very real and truthful thing. Don't let anyone say, oh, just get over it. If you feel like you need help, please listen to yourself more than anyone else will tell you. But I loved this story. I loved the way they did this animation, still sticking with that same style, and I loved it. I'm really proud of the team that did this. A beautiful story about just pressure in general, but putting it through the lens of a superhero. The story of just mental health is important enough to be showcased. And I feel like if it was on the big screen, it would have been just even more perfect. But the fact that it still got out is just perfect enough. Super proud of the team at Sony. I look forward to seeing Beyond the Spider-Verse, but this was a great gap in between to get some more Spider-Man content. What do you guys think about the Spider-Verse story? Let me know in the comments below. I know it's a bit of a short one, not really much going into it, not watching it and everything, but I definitely want to talk about it because it's something that we have been waiting for a long time, been hearing a lot of chatter about, so I'm very, very excited. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check us out on all our other socials of Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd, and as well check out the podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where pretty much everywhere else you get podcasts, we're there as well. Thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.